Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session on data science career path. Okay, so for this session, we are having Mr. Shivam, who will be just taking on with the webinar. So Shivam comes with 12 years of IT experience. He started as an ERP consultant and has been a seasoned data scientist for last 11 years. Having worked with McKinsey and other Fortune highly ranked MNCs, he is currently working as a ML advisor for one of the leading firm in the world. He has been teaching and mentoring budding data scientists all over the world for last 10 years. So guys, let's welcome Shivam. Sir, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that introduction. And hello, good morning, everyone. Those of you who are currently in the PST zone, good morning. And those of you who are in the CET or in the Southeast Asian zone, good evening. Good evening, everyone. I am Shivam. As I was given this introduction, I'll just add on to these three things. I definitely started my career as a ERP consultant, but gradually over the time, I came into decision sciences, then data sciences, and then into deep learnings, where we use multiple types of artificial neural networks to build and cater to those problems. I have been with Intellipaat now for more than 6 years now. I have been leading the AI, Python, and machine learning courses over here. And today's topic is more of, let's say, a kind of a myth buster, right? All of you might have heard this name called data science, artificial intelligence, some or the other way, right? Either in news articles, either in your day-to-day job, or somewhere you might have heard this thing. But you are struggling out to understand that how can I enter this thing, right? How can I enter this sexiest job of 20th century, right? Everybody wants to ride this wave. How can I come? And I think most of you who are here, right, are from non-technical background. So you might have questions like, I don't have a computer science background. I don't have a mathematical background. Can I still be the part of this, let's say, wave, right? Can I still learn this thing? And can I still be, can I still be doing this thing? Can I switch my careers? And can I do data science as my full-time job, right? I already have my first question here. This question says that I'm in my 12th grade. So, you're probably not even graduate, right? Does it applies to me? That's a very good question, actually. And I'll expand on this thing. I'll expand on what I'm trying to say, and I'll expand on this thing. So most of you are from non-technical background. Those of you who do not even, let's say, in your day-to-day life have, let's say, things to even think about it, right? But still you're trying to switch to this particular career, right? So first of all, let me tell you, I specialize into, let's say, these classes only, where I teach non-technical people about how to change their careers, right? And I want to give you a very short and sweet, actually, one of the examples that happened, right? Last year in one of my batches, I got this young lady. She is a mid-level HR, not at the very highest level, but let's say 2 minus VP kind of, let's say this lady is, and she is probably into her 10 plus years of career into HR, and she's into a leading tech firm as a HR. She said that the COVID has hit and some of our responsibilities have, let's say, blown out. So I am utilizing this time to learn something new, right? And data science seemed to me as one of the things that I should definitely learn. So she joined the course without any expectation. But after the course, she came and said to me that, Shivam, I have learned all these things now. What can I do now? Right? What can I do? I told her one specific thing, that the first thing is very good, that learning and then stopping is the worst way of losing your money, right? You can lose money in multiple ways, but that's the worst way of losing something. You learn something and then you're not practicing it. Always practice. Second thing is, she said that should I change my job? Should I go into a full-time data science role or something? I said no. And I say this to everyone, to you also, those of you who are there, that try to think inside your own ways only. See, we are not here as, let's say, a guru mantra that, you do data science and then the next day there will be job in hands of you. No, be a wise person and try to decide and try to think that how can I use data science into my own domain. And that's the best part about data science. Data science is almost in now every vertical, every domain of industry that you can see: chemical, pharmaceutical, agriculture, marketing and sales, finance. It's almost everywhere. Just think about it and it will be there. So she probably said that, is it in HR? I said, yes, do a simple search. She did a search and she came out with a pretty fantastic use case. She made it, and I'll tell you what the model is also. And she used it and she showed it to her company. She said that, guys, see, this is what I made in my free time, and this is how we are solving a problem. You won't imagine, the company said, okay, let's test this model. They put it up into the production. They used it in the real time, and they were fantastic. The fantastic results that came out of the model, right? They blew everyone off. Everybody was like, wow, how can she make up all these things? And I'll tell you what the model was. The model was more of, let's say, around iteration. So people generally, when they join the firm, they leave also, right? But what is the best thing if we can already predict that this particular person is about to leave the firm, right? Can we already predict that thing? So she made an iteration model, which was giving almost 83% of precision, 80% of precision, to be precise, to be there. It means almost that whatever 100 times they were saying, 83 times they were correct. That person was about to leave that firm in the next few coming days, right? So it has multiple models, like a 180-day model, 90-day model. She made multiple models. And today, right now, as of today, she is in that same firm and she is using her same data science capabilities, and she's now made the manager of data science in her org position. So for internal purposes, they have made a special division called org analytics, and they've made a senior manager to her. So that's just one of the examples that I wanted to tell you before even starting out this session, right? That, see, data science is for everyone. This one thing that everybody should focus, right? But while saying this thing that yes, it is for everyone, you need to be also cautious that other people have a benefit over you, like other people who are from tech background, those of you who have maths background, right? They have an upper edge on you, right? So you need to figure out these things first, and then we can come side by side to these two people also. So now you would say, Shivam, you gave a very diplomatic answer, right? You said yes and no both. And yes, that's true. First of all, can anybody become a data scientist? The answer is yes, but you need to do a lot of hard work, right? Correct knowledge, what things need to be learned. Now, if you go outside and if you do a simple search, right? Some people will say you have to study all the mathematics. And I have seen people they're doing the complete elementary mathematics, then graduation level mathematics, and then post-graduation level of mathematics. That's not correct, right? Only a partition of mathematics is required, right? So for data science, you need a good guidance also, right? Somebody who can guide you what this thing is, correct? I'll start this session now with the first question that everybody wants to understand. What is data science? Now, I would say, let's break it more. Let's break this question more, right? Why only data science? I think all of you might have heard of these 4 terms, right? I'm going to open up this small window. Just tell me, you all can see, right, what I'm writing here, right? Okay. So there are 4 terms that I am writing: AI, deep learning. Actually, let me write it down the other way. Actually, just 1 second. First of all, you all might have heard of this term called as data science, correct? Then you might have heard of something called as machine learning. Then you might have learned something called as deep learning, right? And then you might have also heard of something called as AI, correct? All of you might have heard of these 4 names. Now, the first problem that people have is that they have heard all these names and they think that all these 4 terms are all together the same thing, which is not true. All these 4 things are not same, right? These are 4 different things which are there, right? And we need to understand the difference between them. So that let's talk about them. The first thing is data science. Data science is not new. Most of the people, they have a misconception that data science is very new. 2010, 2005 is where data science started. No, data science is way older before you and I were born, even before the computers were there, right? Data science is that old. We have this wrong information because we have a wrong, let's say, definition of data science. The definition of data science is that any kind of a science which is applied to data to generate insights, that is called as data science. Generate insights. Now you might say, Shivam, what is insights then? Okay, I would say, let's say that you are a CEO of a very big company, right? A very big FMCG, and you want to know what is the best selling product of yours, right? What is the most profitable product? Let me change the question. What is the most profitable product that you're doing? What I will do is, I'm an analyst. I will go inside the data. I will take all the products. I will take their cost price, selling price, I'll do the minus and I'll tell you that, see, the product A is the most profitable product, right? So what I did here, I went inside the data, I did some mathematics, some group by, some, joins and all these things, some formulas, plus minus, and then I gave you an answer. I gave you an insight that, see, this is the most profitable product. Now, based on this particular condition, you will make certain strategies to increase the profit of the company. You will try to think that, okay, how can we market this product, right? How can we push this product to more people so that they buy more and then more profit comes in. Again, data science will come in. A marketing analyst will come in and they will post a question that, okay, which is the most marketable product that we have and why it is not the most profitable one. Again, that person will go inside. So does it mean that data science is just simple plus minus? No, it is just an example. The science can be as simple as, let's say, doing some addition, subtraction, and it can go to multiple simulations also, right? But the objective of data science is always to generate insights over there. Then comes the next level. So, okay, we were all doing, insights and all these things, but machine learning said that I will do predictions for you. Now, what is prediction? Prediction means that if I tell you what is the sales that we did in last October, November, and December, can you tell me what is my total sales going to be in January, or let's say in Feb? What is my, let's say, what is my sales going to be? If somebody can predict my Feb sales, that is called as prediction, right? And that is called as machine learning. That is achieved by machine learning, where a machine actually learns the patterns inside the data from the historical data, right? Where a machine tries to identify patterns from the historical data and then tries to predict the future. If I may ask you a very simple question, right? A very simple question here. Let me again make this another board here. If I ask you a question here, all of you, if you can answer me this question, right? It's a very simple question. Let's say it's a graph. This is a graph of, let's say, one of the products, right? Where is the graph going to go now? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? Any answers? Will the graph go up or down? Okay, down. I can see 3 answers, down. Okay, very good. Why did you say that it's going to go down? What you did some mathematics, you did some calculations in your mind. I didn't even tell you what is this x-axis and what is this y-axis, right? I didn't even tell you anything, but still you guys told me that this is going to go down. Exactly correct. What you did here, my friends, you observed the historical patterns. You saw that this thing has a habit of going up and then down and then up and then down and then up. You observed this historical pattern and then applied the same formula on the next part. Correct? This is exactly what machine learning does. Machine learning learns from the historical data, the trends, right? And then applies it to the future and tells you the future. That how is your Feb sales going to look like, how your March sales are going to look like, how your year is going to look like, right? Quarters, month, you can calculate those things. So machine learning is a little bit different. It's not that you are applying some mathematics only. There are pre-built mathematical algorithms over there, right? There are some algorithms to capture these patterns. So we use these mathematical algorithms to capture the pattern and then apply it to the future. Now, because they're mathematical algorithms, this data works very well on numerical data. Numerical data, or what we call as structured data or tabular data. Most of you are like, what is tabular data or what is numerical data? See, any kind of a data that can be represented as rows and column is called as tabular data. A company, what is the selling cost and let's say the cost price of a particular product? This data can be represented into rows and columns, right? One row for every product, and in the columns I can fill up the information. Correct? Similarly, user information can also be stored. One line for each user. What is the username, when did they last log in, what was the last product that they bought, and all these things can be written over there. Do you all agree? This is what is called as tabular data. And machine learnings, they work very fine on tabular data because of their mathematical background. Is there any other kind of data, my friends, which can exist, which cannot be stored in a tabular format? Is there any such kind of data that exists and that cannot be saved in a tabular format? Anybody? No one? Any guesses? Okay, guesses. Non-categorical. Graphical means it was already a tabular data, right? Somehow you made a graph out of it, a pie graph, a bar graph. Any other data? Can you repeat the question? My question is that in this particular world, right? I told you what is the definition of tabular data, right? The data which can be represented into in a table and in the form of rows and columns. Is there any other kind of data which cannot be saved inside a tabular format? Unstructured data. No, the answer is very correct. That's actually unstructured data. But what is the, tell me, like layman terms? Unstructured, okay, I understand. That's very good. Okay, I'll give you some examples. The first one is images. Images cannot be stored inside tabular data, right? Videos. Correct? Do you all agree with me? Speech. Right? These things cannot be stored inside your tabular data, and these are also called as cognitive data. Now, what is cognitive data, Shivam? Cognitive data is actually has to do with your senses, human senses. Now, humans have sensory organs, right? Eyes, nose, tongue, ear, right? Whenever a human has to use one of the multiple sensory organs, right? That data is called as cognitive data. You require your eyes to watch a video and an image. You require your mouth or your tongue to speak something that becomes a speech. You use your ears to listen to that same speech, right? This is called as cognitive data, my friend. The problem that came here, my friend, is that now the data is not just tabular. For tabular data, okay, I can use machine learning, very good. My life was very good. But then the problem came, then we have these cognitive data also, and how to predict these cognitive data, right? How to predict these kind of cognitive data, we had to use something called as deep learning. What it is called? Deep learning. Now, deep learning is not about mathematical algorithms that you're finding the patterns and blah, 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 blah. No, no. Deep learning says that, see, how a human learns something. How does a human kid understands that this is a dog and this is a cat? Do you have any answers? My question is, how does a human kid, a very small kid, let's say 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years, how does this kid understands that this is a cat and this is a dog? Sound, shape, patterns. Okay, you are giving good answers, but actually all of you are giving correct answers, but let me take all of your answers and now I'll tell you. See, when you're a very small kid, you don't know anything about the world, right? Exactly, this is the answer which I was looking for. Very simple answer. He or she is told about it. Their parents, their environment, their teachers, the books, the TVs, everybody is teaching them that this particular thing is called cat and this particular thing is called dog. So whenever they say in a real life this particular thing, they identify quickly, oh yes, this is a cat. Is it true or not? Let's say visually I am showing you multiple cats, but I'm not telling you that this is cat. Does it help you? The answer is no. The kid understands that this is a cat and a dog because the whole environment is forcing them. The environment is reinforcing them by showing them the images and displaying their names again and again. The books, the TVs, their parents, their teachers, their mobile phones, everybody is teaching them, even in the rhyming poems. And those of your parents, they know better than me this thing, right? But how we are reinforcing this knowledge inside kids. That's exactly what deep learning does. Deep learning says that a black box is there, right? And we will feed this black box with multiple images of cats, multiple images of dogs, and we'll tell them that, see, this is a cat, this is a dog, this is a cat, this is a dog. And just like a human brain, right? A deep learning system is made up of a neural network, right? And a neural network, think of it, it is very much similar to how your neurons are there. So a same way how a human kids learn, we try to mimic the same thing, and we try to teach our deep learning models also, so that they can learn about cat and dogs, about your, let's say, your business terminologies that you'll have. I'll give you one example that what I did in my life, in my early life, right? And then the third and the last thing comes up, that is called as AI. Now, what is AI? AI is artificially intelligent. It is called as, which is end-to-end product. Whenever you make a end to end sorry, whenever you make a end-to-end product, right, that product is called as artificially intelligent product. Correct? How many of you use Gmail for your day-to-day life? Most of you, right? Most of you use this thing. See now, how many of you have used this feature called Google Compose? How many of you have used this feature? I'm going to display this thing. Those of you, yeah, or probably all of us, all of us might have used this. Just to tell you, those of you who don't use Gmail, right? I'll tell you. See, all of you can see this GIF playing, right? Now, what is happening in this GIF is, this GIF is predicting that what is the word that you want to write. Yes, it is actually reading your mind, and it is telling you, no, it's not reading your mind. Actually, what has happened is, Gmail actually went down and read all your emails, right? It started learning that what is your writing pattern, how do you greet a person, how do you write the email, right? And based on that, it is predicting you that this is how you can write your email, complete your email. So you start giving hints to the Google email, right? That I am writing a Taco Tuesday email, right? And hey, Jacqueline, so the moment you write haven't seen, it auto completes that haven't seen you in a while, and I hope you are doing well. So Google Compose is one of the end-to-end, let's say, artificial intelligent systems that can help you to uh, identify the next, predict the next word that you want to write down, and it writes down. This is called a end-to-end product. Now, this product is not just using one deep learning algorithm or one machine learning. It is using multiple, static rules, multiple data sciences, multiple deep learning, multiple machine learning things are there. When you combine them all together to make a product, that product is called as artificially intelligent. Correct? How many of you have heard of Boston Dynamics? Okay, those of you who have not, it's a company that makes industrial robots, right? It makes industrial robots that can, let's say, do industrial work. And the one that you're seeing right now is one of their bots, which is ready. Actually, I wanted to show you this. This is Atlas. This is Atlas. This is their one of the bots which is not in the market, right? And their new video just released like 2 weeks ago, right? And this bot can, let's say, do some maneuvers which a human can also not do. Yes, I am telling you. I know when I say a bot, a very bad image of bot comes up, right? Somebody who can do very restricted actions and those things, right? No, Boston Dynamics is now using deep learning and, let's say, they're making their products as artificially intelligent products by using multiple machine learning and deep learning algorithms in the background, so that they can stabilize their senses, right? And they don't fall off while doing very heavy maneuvering also, right? One of our friends is saying they did a backflip. Yes, the backflip video is what I was talking about also. So this name is, this, they use green screen for the videos. No, my friend, no, they're very legitimate company. They're not some funny meme making company. No, they're a legitimate company, and you can actually buy one of these. I mean, not there in India, but in US, actually, you can buy this. This is called a Spot. The name of this bot is called a Spot, and you can buy this thing. These are not green screen videos, I can tell you for sure. So when you make an end-to-end product, the whole story of telling this thing is, when you make an end-to-end product, that product is called as artificially intelligent product. I think from this session till now, all of you might have understood that data science, machine learning, deep learning, and AI are not same words, right? They are different words and they have different meanings. Correct? You all understand this particular terminologies and you understand this thing, right? Now tomorrow when someone says to you that, hey, how are you how is your machine learning going and how is the data science going, you can actually tell them that these are different terms. Correct? Very good. Very good. So that's the let's say that's my first thing that I wanted to, let's say, establish here, that these are the 4 streams, actually 3 streams where you can go and you can figure out your career. Now which one should I go now, right? This is what I've already told you. Now which one should I go now, right? So the most prominent one, my friends, which is there in the market, is the data science, right? Somebody who can help the corporations or who can help the company to make decisions, but data driven. Understand this thing. This thing is called as D3, or this thing is also called as DDD, data driven decisions. Whenever you make any kind of a decision which is backed up or powered up by data, that is called as data driven decisions, right? And these decisions are actually there are, let's say, posts like data analyst which come up, right? So if you want to, let's say, pursue a career, the first and the foremost, the first most thing that you can become is data analyst. You can become a data analyst very quickly. Shivam, what should I do now to become a data analyst? Okay, so you understood the job role, right? I told you that somebody would come up with a problem and you have to find the solution, or you have to find the insights from the data. So the first thing that comes to in your job is you should know how to read or write data. Not even write, but let's say how to read data. Now, what do you think? These all big companies, they are writing all the data into a paper and pen, right? They're using a paper and pen and they're writing all their data. Let's say all the transactions of Amazon are written on paper. No, the answer is big No. No, all these transactions are written inside something called as, anybody? All these data, company data, is stored into something called as Excel. Okay. Excel is just one of the examples. Database, exactly. Very good. See, Excel is also not used now. How many of you know that Excel has a capacity, a max capacity? Excel cannot work beyond 1.5 million, approximately 1.5 million. After that, it cannot record anything. Now, what do you think? How many transactions are happening on Amazon this particular second? This particular second, more than 10,000 transactions are happening all over the world just on Amazon. How many likes are right now happening on Instagram right now? Millions of likes are happening at this particular 1 second on Instagram right now. How many videos are being watched right now at this one particular second, right? So don't imagine that the data is stored inside Excel, paper, pen. Some of my friends are saying computers. No, the answer is databases, right? What are databases? Think of databases as a storage device where you can store your data, right? Multiple types of storage device data are there, but you don't need to learn how to store the data. That's not your job, right? That's not your job to store the data. Your job is to read from this data, right? And there is a language through which you can read this data, which is called as SQL. SQL, some people say it SQL. I am not going into that fight, but this is this language called as SQL, SQL, whatever you want to call it. This is the language that you should first of all learn, so that you can learn how to read data from databases. Correct? Very good. Now, once you have understood SQL, what will you do now? You should know how to manipulate the data, right? How to edit the data, how to do some operations on the data. Correct? I said find the most profitable product. So what you'll do, first of all, you'll gather all the products, right? Then you'll gather their last 30 days pricing, and then you'll group by them and find the average. Correct? So you should know a tool like Alteryx, right? A tool like Alteryx, or let's say K-mine, or let's say a programming language like Python. Those of you who can work on Python, it's very good. Python or R, these are 2 programming languages that you can do to make your life much more easier. Those of you say that, no, we don't love coding. Can we have a no coding platform? Yes, Alteryx and K-mine are these 2 softwares which you can use, and you can do all the editing of the data, all the operations on data, aggregations on the data that can happen. Now, once you have, let's say, found out the answers using these aggregations and all these things, what is the next thing? You will go and you will give your code to your CEO, right? You will go to your CEO or CFO and throw your Python code at them. Let's see. Go and read this thing. Correct? No. Your CFO, CMO, CFO, CXO, whoever it is, right, does not know how to read this Python code. They don't know. That's why they have hired you. It's your job to make this answer now in a much more readable fashion. Somebody who does not know analytics can also understand this thing. And the answer is exactly very good. The answer is on the chat, which says data visualization. Correct. You need to make your answers much more readable, intuitive, right? So that others can understand without any problem. With just one snap, they can understand, okay, so the most probable product is product A, B, and then D. Okay, very good. Third, thank you, got it. Now, what are the tools that you require to do this thing? That is called as Power BI or Tableau. Very good. One of my friend is saying Tableau also very good. You can learn any of these two data dashboard or data visualization products that you can use, and you can display your data. These are the three major things that you need to learn before going to become a data analyst, right? Google Studio can be an example. I haven't gone very deeply into Google Studio, so I would resist my answer, right? But see, anyway, see, one of the problems that you will face, my friend, is that, see, not every company is an enterprise company, right? Not every company will be comfortable buying a tool called as Google Studio or some other, right? So you need to make yourself very flexible and work with the tools which are industry very widely accepted. I know this job can be done by some other fancy tools also, but not every company will give you that tool. So you need to make sure that you use the most widely used tools, correct? The second one here, this is Tableau, Power BI and Tableau for data visualization, right? And what is the fourth thing? Most of you are thinking, no, Shivam, we have done the job. We read the data, we edited, aggregated it, and then we displayed it. Our job is done. No, your job is not done. Your job is soft skills. You should also know how to communicate, how to present the data. Very good, very good. You should also know that how to do storylining of the whole problem, right? That this was the problem, this is what we did, and this is the impact that we can bring if we do this, right? You need to know storytelling. You need to know how to present and how to communicate your things, correct? Let's say you did a very good, let's say, analysis, and this analysis is inside your Python code only. It's useless, right? It's next to nothing. If you cannot tell somebody what you have found out, it's almost like it's on your laptop, running on your laptop. Useless, correct? So the fourth and the most important thing is soft skill that one should develop, that how to read or write that kind of, let's say, present your findings, right? Very good. So these are the four things, my friends, that you required. Now you might have a question that, Shivam, if we break down, what are the things that are required to us? So I would say, see, the first thing that I've written down is SQL. SQL has no prerequisite. You can directly go and learn, right? Python or R, these are the two programming languages. Again, no prerequisite. If you think that you can do programming, definitely you should do. Then there is tool based, like Alteryx, then Power BI, then there is Tableau. All these things are tools which any day they don't require any kind of, let's say, prerequisites. Again, you can go and learn them very easily. Let's say one of my friends says, no, Shivam, data science is very easy for me. I want to become a machine learning engineer. What should I do now? So very good, my friend. The first thing into machine learning or the prerequisite is to learn a programming language. Yes, now you cannot escape. If you want to become a machine learning engineer, you have to learn either Python or either R. You have to learn one of the two. Second thing is some kind of elementary mathematics is required, my friends, here, right? Linear mathematics is required over here. Sorry, I just linear or algebra is required here, right? The third thing which is required here is some initial knowledge of probability and statistics. Now let's say again, my friend stands up and my friend says that no, Shivam, machine learning is also very easy for me. I want to go next step and I want to learn deep learning. I would say very good. First of all, you have to do all these things: Python, machine learning, linear algebra, probability statistics. Then you also need to learn higher level of mathematics like calculus. Then you need to learn neural networks and type of different neural networks: ANN, CNN, RNN, RCSTNN, LSTMs, right? GANs and multiple other things, right? Then you can do deep learning, correct? The level of mathematics is now increasing. The only thing is it is increasing. The programming is increasing. Mathematics is increasing. Probability is increasing. Statistics increasing, right? Difficulty level, yes, it is also increasing. Now, what is the last part? If you want to become a AI engineer, you say that Shivam, okay, I have done all these things. I want to become an AI engineer. That what is AI engineer? See, somebody who already knows machine learning and deep learning and can do, let's say, how to deploy this particular thing, right? How can this be used in real world scenarios, right? How can you predict, how can you put this model into production over there? That is called as machine learning. ML ops, you should know how to do ML ops. You should know some kind of basic software engineering, what to make queue, how to make, let's say, analysis, data modeling, data monitoring, data drifting, multiple other things are there which you want. But again, small and baby steps. Shivam, is this achievable? Yes, the answer is yes. If I can do, you all can do. I can give you one. I didn't want to tell you at the very front, but I am not a computer science graduate. I am not an information technology graduate. No, I never did any kind of majors or minors in computer science. So if I can do, then anybody else can also do, right? It's just that you have to take the correct steps over there. The same whatever I told here is actually written here also. Let me switch back to the main major things. See here. Here is this thing: programming, statistics, machine learning, linear algebra, data intuitions, data wrangling, and then this is the graph based on the difficulty levels. Correct? Now let's talk about the next thing, which is why we all are here. Correct? This is why we all are here, to make money. Nobody loves mathematics. Nobody loves statistics. Nobody loves probability, but everybody loves money, right? And we love money. That's why we want to do data science. Is this true? Nah, it's not true, right? I'm just joking. So passion, yes, very good. So you can see the numbers over here written on the slides. These are the average numbers that you can see on the country basis that they are there. But see, I would say at your initial days, right, money should not be your buying in factor, correct? If you are thinking that the very first day you start your learning machine learning and after 30 days you're going to you're minting millions of dollars, that's actually false. That's not going to happen. The journey is very tough. You start with low, but gradually you increase because this is a niche technology. Every decade there is a niche technology that comes in and people pay for it because there is scarcity in the market. Very less people know about the skill. That's why they are respected. And this decade is dedicated to deep learning and machine learning, data sciences and machine learning. So definitely it is there. Correct. Now, how do I learn this thing? So the very good thing is that if you want to become a data analyst, right, all these things are free prerequisite. They don't have any prerequisite, right? I mean, you have to learn Python, nothing is required. SQL, nothing is required. You want to learn Tableau, Power BI, nothing is required, right? Directly you can start up there. And that is what Intellipaat has actually done, right? They have made multiple structured courses over here, right? We have some educational counselors also who can help you to understand based on your own custom. They can make these paths for you and they can help you achieve your goal as ever you want to set, right? You want to become a data scientist, a machine learning engineer, AI engineer. Based on that, we have these things. And then the last thing is that we have multiple things over on our YouTube channel. You can go over there and you can watch these videos over there. There are some very in-depth videos over YouTube which you can watch and have fun, right? And I think to give you more on this, right? That how can you get our help? Obviously, we have our email over there that is called as sales@intellipaat.com or support@intellipaat.com. You can drop us email anytime, and don't hesitate, right? We'll try to reply you as quick as possible, right? And with that, I want to call my friend over here, just one second, who can tell you more about these detailed tailored courses, right? That how can we make these things. Just one second, right?
Hello, everyone. Very good evening to one and all. Thanks a lot, Shivam, for your valuable session. It was highly insightful too. Right. So thanks a lot for your valuable time again. I hope everyone is doing well and well and good. I'm Satish. I'm one of the senior mentor with Intellipaat. Right. I hold more than a decade and a year of experience into education consulting. So, and I've just made my presence. I've just made my 10 minutes of your valuable presence. Okay. So, just to give you the better idea and clarity for any professionals who's seated over here who is looking out for a complete career transition into data science or AI technology, or I'm also here to resolve each and everyone's queries or clarifications to climb up your corporate ladder. Or if anyone is having any queries on the right technology to be chosen to upskill themselves or broaden their skill sets into the technology of data science, I'm more glad to answer all your queries and clarifications. So before that, before commencing the session, I hope I'm audible to everyone, right? Am I audible, guys? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So, guys, the best solution, what Intellipaat can able to offer to any professional or to for any people who are looking forward to upgrade their skill sets or expand their horizons into the technology of DS and AI would be. So, I would like to walk you through that program or the certification. So, once you go to intellipaat.com, you can just scroll down. You can able to see the heading called explore our programs. In this, you can able to see the first option called advanced certification in data science and AI. So you can open the program. Yes, this is the program. You can able to see IIT Madras. Yeah, so yes, you heard it right. This is IIT Madras. This is a certification, comprehensive professional certification offered in collaboration with Center for Continuing Education of IIT Madras. And this is one of the most prestigious and more tailored program for all the aspirants who wants to enter into the technology of data science and artificial intelligence, or for anyone who wants to climb up their corporate ladder to reach greater heights, or even for a person from a non-IT industry who wants to expand their horizons or who are looking forward to enter into the technological sector. For anyone who wants to make a smoother career transition into data science, this would be the vital option what Intellipaat can able to suggest or offer to its learners. Okay, so let me just quickly take you through the program info. All right, so as you see in the website, okay, you can able to see the highlighted key point: no prior programming knowledge required. Yes, you heard it right. This program doesn't demand you to have any prerequisites or any prior programming knowledge, as this program has been tailored and structured in such a manner that it's open to all the professionals from diverse backgrounds. So, and this program comes with preparatory classes initially, okay, for initially 1 month of time on Python and SQL and Linux, where that would be trained in a much more comprehensive manner from the basics till the advanced level concepts for initial 1 month to get some good hold on to the technology of DS and AI, because Python forms the base for you on which you will be building up your knowledge and skill sets pertaining to data science and AI. Fine, guys. And you can also see ranked as #1 data science program by India TV. Yes, this program is ranked as #1 data science program by India TV with reference to placement statistics, with reference to curative program curriculum, and in terms of the experiential learning. And this program is well known for its high academic rigorous curriculum along with the core industrial exposure. And the placement percentage for this program ranges to 96.7% as well. So with, for example, in a batch comprising of 50 members, just for an example, the 46% of the people are easily getting placed within 15 to 20 days of time upon the program completion. Yeah. So before showing you the program, let me just take you through the program curriculum, as I guess this would be more and more good option for you. So as I said before, this is the gist of the curriculum. So each and every learner, first they will be enrolled into the proprietary classes for Python and Linux for initial 1 month, where you'll be taught on the basics of Python, okay, from the basics till the advanced level, okay, on Python and Linux to get some good hold or good grip pertaining to the technology precisely. So yes, 1 second. All right, okay, fine. All right. All right, Rahul, yeah, okay, I just got your question, sir, which is better to choose AI, ML, or data science, all right? Okay, and you can also see this course is mentioned as advanced certification, and with work experience, since I'm in 12th, I'm unable to take up this. All right, okay, fine. So, Rahul, I'm more glad to resolve it for you, okay? See, the program name is advanced certification, which means the program is going to be taught to you from the basics, from the scratch, including the preparatory classes, until the advanced level concepts pertaining to data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence also. All right. Okay. So this is going to be taught to you from the scratch till the advanced level for you. All right. So that is a term which is called as the advanced certification. And second, with reference to your query, we also have other options for students who are completed the 12th class, who wants to expand their horizons into the technology of DS and AI. We have other options also, which you can get in touch with me post this webinar, where we shall have a discussion. Right. So guys, let's deep diving into the curriculum. You can able to see about the proprietary classes. First, initially, what each and every one would be mentored and molded on the proprietary classes for Python and Linux to get some good hold about the technology. Then you'll be learning about Python with data science, where you'll be learning to perform the data analysis with Python. And then you'll be taught on the statistics concepts, that is commencing from the basic to the advanced level. Right. Then you'll be learning to write the machine learning algorithms, and you'll be performing descriptive analytics, prescriptive and predictive analytics as well. Then you'll also be learning to process the data using Spark and PySpark. And then you'll be learning about AI deep learning technology using TensorFlow model. And you'll also be learning to deploy the machine learning models on cloud, which is ideally called as MLOps. Okay. And finally, you'll be visualizing the data, and you can able to derive the business insights, and which also involves the AI program along with the applications of AI, which involves NLP and deep advanced computer vision, everything. So this is completely a program. In order to put it in a more processed or structurized based, first initially you'll be learning to process the data using Spark and PySpark. Then you'll be learning to analyze the data using Excel, SQL, and Python. Then you'll be learning to write the machine learning algorithms and save those machine learning models in cloud, which is MLOps. Then you can able to visualize the data using Tableau and derive the business insights. So if the data is in yeah, I have a question from one of our participants. Yeah, let me just quickly resolve it. Yeah. Right. Okay, I have a question from one of our participants. What is deep learning and what is machine learning? Yes, so machine learning and deep learning is kindly seeming to be more and more similar, but there are a lot of differences. If the data is in a text format, we use machine learning, okay, to do the analysis. But whereas if a data is in a cognitive format, we use deep learning precisely. Okay, we use deep learning to perform the data analysis. Cognitive format in the sense it's audio format, video format, picturized format, etc. So we use deep learning precisely to perform the analysis, to derive the insights, or to find the hidden patterns in the data. So so now let's on deep diving into the key features of the program. So this program is a practical program focused on experiential learning, comprising 400 hours of applied learning. So where you are entitled to have 150 plus hours of live instructor-led interactive online classroom training, where the classes will be only on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. IST. Right. And adding to it, the program duration is going to be for 7 months, where you'll be having 50 plus live instructor-led training across 7 months of time. And what are the sessions you're going to attend on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays? The recordings of those live interactive sessions will also be automatically added in your LMS within 12 to 24 hours of time, which is lifetime accessible. And you are entitled to get 218 hours of self-paced videos for the entire program content prepared by the top-notch academicians as well as industry experts, and which will be highly curative enough yourself, and everything will be there in the form of e-learning videos, PDFs and PPTs, which is lifetime free accessible to. And mentorship is 70% practical and 30% theoretical. Precisely, you'll be made to work only on the practical aspects of the program. So this program is completely concentrated on 40 plus business case studies and 40 plus industrial real-time projects focused on diverse industrial verticals like manufacturing industries, product industry, service industry, e-commerce industry, supply chain industry, healthcare industry, retail industry, media industry, or entertainment industry too. So, and BFSI too. So whatever the domain or the main objective to expose each and every learner to diverse industrial verticals is, irrespective of the domain or irrespective of the project or irrespective of the company they are going to get into after completing this course, this gives them a better, more clarity, understanding on what should be the right data analytic approach that a professional has to do to meet the business requirements. So this program is completely molding you to be a job fit or industry fit. And that's why the placement percentage of this program is more than 96.7% as well. And finally, upon completion of all the topics, you'll be made to practically implement all your learnings, understandings on a final industrial capstone project issued by the academics team at the end of the program. And project mentoring sessions will also be there for you to guide you as well. And this program, if you could see, the mentors will be from IIT Madras faculties, and 40% of the mentorship will be from the IIT Madras faculties, and 60% of the mentorship will be from the industry experts. Why? Because only academic technical knowledge will not help you to climb up the corporate ladder or meet the business requirements. You need to have a real-time practical or real-time industrial exposure to, and that is what this program is concentrated as well for you. So you'll be made to work on industrial capstone projects, and you'll be having a platform to get wide, insightful lectures from the IIT Madras faculties as well as a top-notch data scientists from the industry too. And next, so during the session as in the classroom, all your doubts and questions will be resolved. And apart from the sessions, any doubts, you are more eligible to reach out to the dedicated learning manager who will be there for you, who will be just a WhatsApp message away or a telephone or email away for you to resolve your queries. Right, and you can also see about IIT Madras Digital Skills Academy. This is a certificate what each and every learner is entitled to get, from the on successfully completion of this program. So you can able to see the certificate number, which is unique to each and every learner who would be completing this program. Now, as I said before, you'll be getting live lectures from IIT Madras faculties as well as industry experts, making the knowledge more and more enhancing as well. And as you could see, who can apply for the course? Yes, individuals with a bachelor's degree and keen interest to learn AI and data science, and freshers, who aspire to build their career into the field of AI and data science, etc. Right, and scroll down, you can also, if you scroll down, you can also see some of the meaty roles what our learners have got placed in the recent batches or in the previous past. So these are some of the most meaty roles which is valued in the global market, which stands as an optimistic career outcome of this certification. These are some of the meaty roles what a professional can able to focus in his or her career upon completion of this prestigious program. And if on scrolling down, you can also able to see skills to master as well as tools to master. These are some of the important skill sets as well as the tools that you'll be mastering in. You can able to see 25 plus skill sets and 25 plus tools. Are these the only skill sets? No, not at all. You'll be working on various skill sets, numerous tools which you'll be mastering in. And you can also see about Meet Your Mentor stuff, which will be completely dealing you with the professor's name from IIT Madras campus who are going to handle you. And you can also see some of the mentors from the top-notch MNCs as data scientists who are going to handle you as well. Right. Yeah, let me just have a few questions from the. Yes, Shubhra. Okay, yeah. Is this program useful for a finance professional? Yes, for sure, Shubhra. This program has a huge prospects in finance domain too. All right, and adding to it, I'll explain you how this program would be suitable for the finance domain. And Gino, can I start the module and need it for the job as data analyst like Python Tableau module right away? Start the module. Yes, you can able to commence it. And adding to it, post this session. Anyway, I'll be sharing my contact info at the end of the session. You can get in touch with me so that you can we shall have a detailed discussion on how this program would be suitable for your career map too. And I can also suggest you the best learning options or best learning path to get a better insight and to avail the best learning experience as well. So Shubhra, with reference to your query, Obviously, this program is has a huge prospects into the banking and finance sector. Okay, so let's take, if you are a CA professional means, chartered accountant means, this program will be helpful for you to perform the audit in a more optimistic manner. So because with reference to the data, you can able to analyze the data, and you can able to predict the unhidden patterns in the data. You can able to forecast the outcome of the data, of the finance data. Or if you're working in the accounts receivable or accounts deliverable domains, and you can also able to work on the company's taxes. You can be an optimistic pivot as being a business analyst or data analyst in the finance sector, where you can help your enterprises or organizations work for in terms of cost savings. Okay, and finance domain, see, the skeleton of data science remains the same. So data analysis remains the same, but the data varies across each and every industry. See, Amazon is also using data science, Standard Chartered is also using data science, but we cannot say all the tools used in Amazon will be the same tools that we have to use it in Standard Chartered. So depending upon the data, depending upon the volume of the data, depending upon the quantifying format, depending upon the complexity of the data, the tools also varies, the approach also varies. So this program completely is meant for you to teach each and everything pertaining to data science and AI technology from the scratch. So this knowledge and the insights what you're going to derive through this program can be implemented across diverse industrial verticals, where you'll be completely market fit, and this program's mentorship will also be tailoring you towards the market requirement only. All right. Yeah. So next is yeah. So the next question is. Okay. Can I start the module I needed for the job as a data analyst, like Python and Tableau module right away? See, we usually we recommend a learning path. Okay. So, but in order to be a data analyst, yes, Python is the best option, but we also recommend you to learn machine learning also. Okay. Because for every respect of to build the right models, being a data analyst, you need to have a good, strong, basic, concrete understanding on Python, and on Python only you're going to run the machine learning models as well. So it's not only about Python and Tableau. You should also be, it's advisable to learn machine learning also, right? So upon post enrollment of the program, I can able to give you the right learning path, which would be completely sufficing your organization requirements to meet your goals immediately, right? I hope I have clarified your query. All right, and next, just deep diving into the next other valuable features is the projects. You can able to see beginner, intermediate, advanced, where you would have categories of projects into three in the verticals across, focusing on diverse industrial verticals, so that it suffices your career goals. So as you are, if you are completely new to the technology, we first make you to work on beginner level project, intermediate level projects, and then the advanced level projects as well, right? And if you scroll down, you can able to see more successful career transitions of the people who have completed the course and got a good job, okay, from diverse industrial verticals. That also involves a non-IT industry guy, from non-tech to a data scientist. Like this, you can just surf through, you can see various successful career transitions through this mentorship of this program. And on scroll down, you can also able to see peer learning. Peer learning is nothing but, even though we believe the professors or the industry experts can help you to reach your career goals, we also believe that fellow batchmates interaction would be enhancing your learning experience a lot. So you can have a fruitful discussion with your fellow batchmates. You can have a healthy discussions. Okay, you can work on group projects, group assignments everywhere. Okay, and all the things you can able to work on it, right? And you can work on group projects, group assignments, everything, and this will be completely enhancing your contacts, enhancing your connections, professional connections, and you can understand people. You can able to understand the business objectives, okay, from their perspective. It's completely meant for you to enhance your learning experience at the end of the day. So this is all about peer learning, right? And career services by Intellipaat, as I said before, this program comes with 3 guaranteed interviews, which also involves career mentorship sessions from the day one, sandwiched between the live instructor-led sessions. Also, along with, you would be provided with a pivotal support in terms of resume preparation, LinkedIn profile preparation, and one-on-one career mentorship discussions, depending upon your customized career goal with the industry experts, and preparing you for the interviews and training you on the interview questions, sharing some of the frequently asked interview questions. Everything you'll be molded and you'll be tailored as per the job market requirements. And then we guarantee 3 interview calls, not even after the course. Once you complete 80% of the course, you'll start getting the interview calls precisely, right? So, and scrolling down, you can also able to see some of the list of companies where our learners have got placed. These are some of the companies, and precisely also there are various companies which you can able to see in our website where our learners are getting placed. So this doesn't mean that we are a job consultancy or anything. So the market pertaining to data science and AI is very transparent. So you should possess the right problem solving skill sets with the real time hands-on experience, and you should be more justifying. You should justify your profile and what you can get to the enterprise place. That's really matters a lot. Or else no enterprises would be ready to hire you to pay a handsome package and hire you. Right. So you should be very clear on your profile on what you can do to the enterprise or how you can be a profitable asset to the enterprise. That's where you're going to, your profile will be considered for a more meaty roles in the market. So this is what which I wanted to share it with you guys. Now I'm more glad to answer each and everyone's questions. Yeah. All right. All right. Anyway, Genio. Anyway, now I'm just going to share my contact info, my WhatsApp info, and my email info. If you feel that some of the if you have more clarifications or queries, we can have a discussion on it. Not a problem. And you can get in touch with me in WhatsApp, because we shall have a WhatsApp call for a better, more clarity discussion as well. Right. And so now let me just any other queries or clarifications, guys, which you wanted me to address? If you have any queries or clarification, you can post it over here. Any queries or any questions, guys? All right. So anyway, post the session also. If you have any queries or clarifications, you can just get in touch with me. All right. So let me just take you through the commercials. The program fee for this program comes to, I'm writing it in INR. It comes to 1,351 Indian rupees, all inclusive. Right, and adding to it, exclusively only for the webinar participants from this webinar, I can offer you flat discount of INR 50,000, valid till 12 midnight. All right. So, and the final program fee is going to be approximately 85K Indian rupees, 85,000 Indian rupees, all inclusive, which we can discuss on the comfortable or flexible payment options. And trust me, guys, this offer is only for today. For the people who are all enrolling before midnight 12. Now let me just share my contact info also, where you can get in touch with me to avail this offer, or if you want any counseling in terms of your career, or if you are wanted to know much more about data science and AI certifications, you can always get in touch with me in the contact info what I'm mentioning now. My name is Satish, and my email ID is satish@intellipaat.com, and my contact number is, and my WhatsApp info is, all right. So this is my contact info, which you can make use of it. I'm making it a bit bold so that it's visible for everyone. Yeah. So if you have any concerns on pricing or anything, you can just to let me know. I'm also posting this in the chat for everyone's visibility. Yes, Shubhra. Yeah, there is a separate process for it to get admitted. So I'm just posting my info over here. You can get in touch with me to get more info on it. I can explain you in a much more detailed manner. All right. So yeah. Yeah, I've posted my info in the chat so that it's visible to everyone. You can just drop a WhatsApp text. Okay, or you can just get in touch with me, or you can call me post this session also. So I would be I can able to explain you everything about the application process and selection process, what's involved and how it's involved as well. Okay, and what are the basis they would be ideally selecting the candidates to, right, for this program. And yes, which is better, Python or R for data science? See, data analysis can be done through Python or R programming also. But precisely Python is more and more compatible when compared to R, because majority of the enterprises consider Python as an asset today. The reason is you can see it in both the perspective, from an enterprise perspective because it's open source, and also from a learner's perspective or for the professional perspective, it's very easy to learn. So even a person from a non-IT industry can be able to learn Python very easily. And precisely people who learn Python, it lays a what is it, upskilling in Python gives a better roadmap for them to enter into analytics industry, or also enter into software development industry, or enter into security industry like cyber security domain also. So that's why Python is completely a globally recognized programming language. But that at the contrary end, I'm not denying R doesn't have any benefits. So depending upon the data and depending upon the enterprise or client's requirements, R is also being used, right? But a majority with reference to current prevailing market, okay, Python is considered as a huge asset. Python skill set is considered as a huge asset, precisely. Yeah. All right. Any more queries or clarifications which you wanted me to address, guys? Yeah, fine. So I guess I have clarified all the queries, clarifications, everything to everyone. So if you have any queries or clarifications, you can directly reach out to me in the contact number. Laptop requirement, there's no any specific laptop requirement. A normal 2 GB RAM with a decent hard disk is completely fine. Eugenio, I can just you can just get in touch with me in the contact info. Okay, I can able to share the pricings in US dollars as well for you, right? And I'll also tell you on the scholarships and how it works. Yeah, how do we know that we are selected for the course? Yeah, Shubhra, there's a separate selection process which works. Okay, so I guess it's a pretty lengthy process as well. So I guess post this webinar, you can just get in touch with me because I don't have your contact info. Anyway, I've shared my info. You can WhatsApp me or you can call me. You can just let me know your availability. We'll just connect over a call or a WhatsApp call or a telephonic call maybe, so that I can able to resolve all your queries, clarifications, and give you a better, more knowledge, understanding about your profile also. Right? Yeah, fine, Shubhra. Is that fine? So I can brief you or explain you everything, how the things works from the panel. Yeah. And for sure, if you are selected, you will be intimated by the admissions panel also. That is a part of that is a response which I wanted to give it to you for your question. Yeah, fine. So you can get in touch with me post this session. No problem. With me at my contact info. No issues. I'm available. Right. So any more questions, guys? I hope I have answered everyone's queries, clarifications, and questions. All right. If there is anything, please don't hesitate to reach me in the sessions in my contact info. I'm always available. So it was pleasure conversing with each and everyone over here, guys. Right. It was a wonderful evening. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to. Okay. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to. Give you a better knowledge and insights what Intellipaat can able to offer it as a solution to all the aspirants, data science aspirants. It really means a lot as well. Right. So thanks a lot. Have a wonderful evening as well. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.